Here we are, day 7. We made it so far. One more day to go. All right, now we're gonna swing over to Pontiac Dave's house, see what he's up to. And you guys gonna go run around with me. Gotta get some groceries. So we do like a day in the life. What do you say? I'll do a recap, kind of talk about what I've learned about driving the car that hasn't been on the road in 37 years, and kind of working out the bugs as you go, while also it being your only form of transportation. I mean, I could have drove the Chevelle, but you know, this is Washington, and it could rain at any minute. It could snow tomorrow if it wants to. And the top on the Chevelle, it's not that it doesn't go up, it's just that it's working with a skeleton crew. So, yeah, I got that convertible top delete option right now, which is fine because I only really drive it in the summertime. And I'll replace the top when I go to actually painting and stuff. That is one of my cars that will be fully restored and all that good stuff. So, this one won't get painted. My Mach 1 won't get painted. My 68 Camaro in the shop won't get painted. My 69 Caprice will get painted. My Cameo, my 55 Cameo won't get painted. I decided to keep the 62 Impala wagon. That also will not be painted. I'm on the fence about the 71 GTX. Not about painting it. I would never paint it, but keeping it. So, see about that. But yeah, let's go. Day 7, day in the life. Let's get it. Now, I've daily driven cars this old before. I got a 68 Impala in the shop right now that I daily drove. It was like my only reliable form of transportation. I drove it from, I bought it in 07, I believe, for like 500 bucks with a blown head gasket up in North Seattle. And I drove it from 07. I put a different engine here, I put a 350 in it, took the 327 out. And I drove that from 07 till like 2013 or 14, when the suspension started getting bad. Like, you would hit a bump and the steering wheel would shake violently. So I retired it, and I haven't, it's buried in the shop now. I got plans for it, but I got a couple other projects that I'm gonna finish up before I get to that. And then also I had what is going on here? I had a 72 Caprice at the time also I daily drove. So it's not a huge thing for me to be driving old cars like this. One bit of advice, if I could give you, for people who don't normally drive cars made in the 60s or 70s, anything older than 70, I don't know, 6. When a car sat as long as this one did, which was 37 years, I changed all the brake lines. I changed all the brake lines. I changed the master cylinder. I changed the brake booster because I broke it when I took it off. Well, it broke itself. The studs broke. That's all in the video. You can check the playlist for that if you want. But change all the brake lines. They're cheap. You know, the ones on here weren't leaking, but it was like I was rebuilding all the brakes, doing the wheel cylinders and all that stuff. And a couple of them twisted off when I was doing the wheel cylinder, the brake line ends. I just replaced them all, man. They were like, I might have spent like $150 total on brake lines, maybe. But yeah, like I was saying, it's cheap insurance. Just do it. I do it on pretty much all the cars. Like this, my 69 Caprice I'm working on right now, I'm doing the brakes as we speak. Changing all the brake lines. You know, and those actually look good. Changing all new wheel cylinders in the back. Turning the rotors up front. Just not messing around. Don't mess around with brakes, man. You can ignore a lot of things. Don't ignore your brakes. And I'm gonna do the heater core in this. The heater core, usually people don't do it. Usually people just bypass it. Once the heater core starts leaking, they just bypass it. Especially in a car like this that doesn't have air conditioning, they'll just bypass it. So I'm gonna do that. like $45. Dave's house, working on the 57 Chrysler. Well, I'm handing him tools. He's working. I'm holding the flashlight and getting yelled at. But yeah, I've never seen a drum setup like this.
Left-hand thread.
Oh yeah, they did that until 71, I believe, or 70 was the last year of that. They figured with, what is it, the inertia or whatever, it would keep it from loosening, so that's why I did it.
That's what they thought.
Yeah, they did it for a long thought they carried. Are they the only ones who did that?
No.
Is that like an English thing, a British thing?
No.
I wonder how many people tore those threads up with an impact.
Yep.
Doing it the wrong way.
Yep. Here you can see the
Things separating.
key. No. See the key?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a black eye or a broken busted nose. You don't watch out.
That's all I got is my face, man. Don't say that. Man of few possessions.
There it goes.
Dang. Where'd you get that tool from? I'm sure it can't be common. Looks to be new though.
I had a bigger one before that used to hit with a hammer. But I loaned it out. Then after so many years, the guy having it said, "Oh no, that's mine. I bought that." I'm like, "You motherfucker!" Don't ever ask for another. And to this day, I don't have words with him.
Right. It probably wasn't even an expensive tool, huh?
Oh yeah.
It was.
Yes. Even back in the day, it was like $75.
Oh, he took it a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Right now, that same tool, if you could even find it.
Yeah.
This is just called a hub puller.
Gotcha.
By your front wheel drive to push the axle out. Here's something like this.
"10 years later."
See how it's tapered? And keyed.
Wow. And then you have to take the actual drum in to get it turned, cleaned up, and that stuff.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. You said till about 61-ish or whatever they stopped doing that.
About 62, 64.
And they went to a more traditional.
Yep. Axle.
Gotcha. Can these axles hold any power? Were they any good? No, junk.
Well, back in the day, they used to handle 300, but
yeah,
they'd shear these.
It'd walk right off.
Oh yeah. If that nut wasn't there,
yeah,
come right off. This one's actually pretty nice. Missing a stud. So I'll have to source a stud. You can see how it was kind of stuck in there, rusted in.
yep. Oh yeah, you can see the outline of the whole shoe.
Yep.
Wow.
That's why it wouldn't turn. The other side just wouldn't break loose at all.
Yeah. Did you have some choice words with it?
No. I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. That's why I love going to Dave's house. He's always working on something cool. Now we're going to go to my boy Wreck-It Kyle's house. He's got a lot of cool cars. So he's got a 67 GTO Le Mans wagon over there. So go check him out and see what he's doing. Day in the life. Man, check that out. Little Thunderbird. Driving an old school car or truck, that the cops usually don't mess with you. They usually don't see you, or they see you and be like, you know what, he got enough problems. Leave that man alone. You know, he probably got all his stuff together, all his insurance stuff, and he don't need it. He gonna need AAA and everything on his journey. So usually don't get messed with unless you're acting a fool. But you know, you might get a thumbs up, but most of the time they don't even see you, especially in the wagon. All right, just made the Kyle's house. Let's see what he's got going on. Look at that. So he's got something cool going on, but yeah. I'm gonna like that. And here's his wagon. If you've been following the channel for a while, you've seen it. We still gotta go back to back with our wagons. Have a little wagons day out. Daddy wagon day. Man, that thing's cool. All right, so drop that off. Kyle's not feeling too well, so we're gonna run to the shop now, and I guess we'll just cap this video off there. Yeah, I don't know how my steering wheel got like this, but my steering wheel is upside down when the wheel is straight. So, yeah, that's weird. So I guess when I get to the shop, I'm gonna take that cover off and then take the nut out and then spin the wheel, and then it'll be fine. I mean, because nothing's gonna happen like this, but it is weird looking. I don't know how that happened. But yeah. Oh, don't you start. Well, start, but don't play like you're not gonna start. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think because I'm sitting on like a hill. There we go. Don't play with me. And remember, always, no smoking, please. Also, real quick, if you ever wondered why the car will look different, so like, you know how it's faded, it's like more of a brownish color here, and then it's red up here, and the body's always reddish. So the bodies were dipped in a different part. They were dipped instead of they were assembled separately of the front clip. So the front clips back in the day went through their own process. So this is actually their primer shining through instead of, I believe that's red oxide primer right there. So their primer was more brownish. So the clips were assembled separately and then brought to the car, and they met the car after it left the dipping process. It came out, blah blah, put together, and and then they painted, but the clips were assembled separately of the whole body. So if you ever see a car, like this one is pretty close, but it's still brownish through here, and then it's really red through here. If you ever see one where it's exactly the same all the way through, it's fake. It's that Fotina pointed out. We don't like that stuff. We want it natural as it was made by Mother Nature. Because if not, then what are you doing? So, yeah, that's why, if you're ever wondering why they fade differently on an unrestored car, that's why. If you see it the same color through here, all through here, it's fake. Stop it. Stop doing that. Weirdos. Man, look at this. Look at this bee right here. Hopped up in the van, or in the wagon, and hit me in the face. Got me looking like a tweaker out here. Oh! Shit. Okay. Huh? No, it was a bee. Thank you. Dang. But yeah. Man, that bee had me look like a tweaker in here. Hit me right on my face. I'm sitting at the light. The person behind me thought I was, I don't know. Alright, day in the life. Alright, so made it back to the shop safe. That concludes day 7, man. So it's possible to take a car that hasn't ran in forever and make it reliable. Still a few things I gotta do to it, like bring the idle down and change the fuses and everything, but it can't be done. So get out there, get you something old and get it back on the road. We out.